Hi guys, welcome to another video by Optionables. I'm Saket, and today in this video, we are going to look at the quarterly performance of Optionables. So it had been a long weekend for me particularly because I had gone to Goa with my friends and I came back on Tuesday and later we had some year-end work and that's the reason I couldn't make the videos for past 2 days. And today in this video, we'll be more or less looking at what exactly happened to Optionables this particular quarter. So there's a good thing as well as bad thing to this particular quarter. So first we'll be discussing about the bad thing. The bad thing is from the time Optionable started. So we got registered in 2019 of December. You can also take days well before that. So this is the first quarter we are reporting a loss. So till last 5 quarters, we never reported a loss. And this is the first time we are going under a loss. And the second bad thing is that this is also the worst performing quarter for Optionables because for the first 70 days, that is 1st of October till almost 15th of December, we were never really in profits. And we had a huge loss from option trading of close to somewhere around 15-16 lakh. And the last 15 days alone, we were able to recover all the losses thanks to a good week of consolidation only. So the last Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, as well as Thursday, the markets consolidated in the range of around 35,000 for the entire week. And this was enough to give us all the loss what we had made during the entire quarter. So now if you go back to our YouTube channel, so we had posted a video. This is on 30th of November, as you can see. So we had a total loss of close to 50 lakh on this particular day. So before we actually started our December month, we had a loss of close to 50 lakh. So now you might ask me, what is the good part here? So the good part is within a month, we have recovered almost the entire 50 lakh loss. And now we are currently sitting with a loss of just around 5 lakh. So that means in the past 20 trading sessions, we have made somewhere close to 45 lakh, which is more than 2 lakh every trading session. So this was the 50 lakh loss as of 30th of November. So you can go back to this video and take a look. So in this video, we had also discussed a recovery plan. And luckily for us, we were able to go as per the recovery plan and we were able to recover most of our losses. So today is again the New Year's Eve. And I wish you all a very happy new year, as well as I also wish you a lot of success for the upcoming year. So now without wasting time, let's quickly log into Firstock and we will go to the back office and look at the back office reports. So as I told you, it's the first time we are ending the entire quarter with a loss. But the good part or the positive part to this is even though it's a loss, so we have recovered most of our losses. So when I come here, and come to reports as well as P&L reports. So right now you're looking at the back office. So I'm going to change this to the quarter. So 1st of October 2021 till 31/12/2021. So let's only look at the indicative P&L because absolute takes the P&L from the beginning of the entry. So I would have entered equities maybe 6 months ago, 1 year ago. So all those profits will be calculated when I put absolute. So let me just show that to you. So this shows a profit of 1 crore 11 lakh. And we obviously know it is not the case because this is showing from the time we have entered. So we have entered Asian Paints with an average rate of 2243 as well as Bajaj Finance. We have entered at the average rate of 3173. So these were during the times of COVID where we got great shares at a very cheap price. So now what we have to look at is the indicative P&L. So this is going to show us for this particular day only. And you can see that in indicative P&L, we have a loss of close to 3.44 lakh plus another 12 lakh. So close to 3.6 lakh from equities alone. So we have made a huge recovery from negative 30 lakh to just 3.6 lakh. And coming to F&O, so again, we'll be looking at indicative performance here. So if you look at F&O, so we had a loss of close to 17-18 lakh. And now we actually ended the whole month with a profit. But unfortunately for us, we have a lot of charges which were paid. And that's the reason we had to end the quarter with a loss. But if you only look at the gross profit, it is 2,94,000. From negative 18 lakh, we have jumped all the way to 2,94,000. And again, as I told you, unfortunately, the charges for us is pretty high. That is 5,66,000. And that reason being, we ended the quarter with a loss of close to 2.5 lakh. So this is 2.7 lakh. And that again, we have another unrealized profit of close to 57,000. So overall, you can round it off to around 2 lakh. So 2 lakh loss in options as well as another 3 lakh loss in equities. Totally, we managed to end the quarter with a loss of around 5 lakh. So we have a lot of things to learn from this particular quarter. And right now we'll just focus on what are the things that we got to learn. So the first important thing, before which I'm just going to show you the last week performance itself. So if you look at from December 27th, which is a Monday, right? So here on the market started consolidating completely. And you can see that the last 4 days alone, we have made a profit of close to 16 lakh rupees in the last 4 days alone. So the thing what we get to learn from this particularly is that if you control your loss on the downside, you can see that we took almost 70 days of continuous loss. We were never able to recover what we had lost, but it only took us 5 good days for us to recover everything. This is because we had controlled our loss as much as possible on the downside. So whenever the loss was going beyond a limit, we used to cut it off and make sure that it is not beyond a point which is acceptable, right? So that way, even though we were in a loss, we never made a profit. We had kept the loss under control. And all we required was one single good week for us to get back whatever we had lost during the entire quarter. So this gives us a lot of positivity, as well as we made a lot of mistakes in the beginning itself, that is beginning of October as well as November. So a lot of mistakes were made. So what are these mistakes? So let me just list that out to you. So the first mistake what we made was our position sizing. So when we used to take positional trade before, so what used to happen is we had both intraday as well as positional trades. So that's the reason I only used to enter somewhere close to 500 to 1000 quantity of Bank Nifty in positional. So this is all the quantity I entered. So what used to happen with that is when the position sizing was less, even if you go to a loss, you never reacted immediately. So you gave it some time. You had some time to let the market move. In case if it is way out of control, you could still adjust your position without going to a huge loss. So the thing is, this quarter, I thought I will just focus on positional trade rather than intraday. And I started going positional trades with a quantity of 2,500 initially. So because I thought anyways, I'm not doing intraday, let me just increase my position size for positional trades alone. But this turned out to be a big disaster, because once I increased my position size, I couldn't control my emotions. So because in places where my loss would have just been around 1 lakh, I started to lose somewhere close to 5 lakh. So what this made me do is, because you can look at this, I have 5 times more the position size, right? So in place where you had 1 lakh loss, you started having 5 lakh loss. And this actually made you react to the market. You're like, okay, so now the market is moving, you have to do something, either exit your position, adjust your position, or do something, right? So what happened this way, once we booked a huge loss of close to 12 lakh or 10 lakh in a particular week. So after that, it started as a loop. So there was a continuous loop. So what was this loop? So I thought, okay, I have lost 10 lakh with this particular position size. So now if I go back to 500 from 2000 or 2500, it sometime used to be around 2000 also. So from 2000, if I go back to 500 or 1000, I have to work double hard to recover this 10 lakh. So what I thought, so let me just keep the same position size. Once I end up recovering this 10 lakh, I will go back to the original position size of 500 to 1000 quantity overnight. But this never really came. So this never really came till the end. So we literally waited for close to 70 days with no profit, no loss, or just making continuous losses week after week, where we ended with almost close to 18 lakh at our peak, 18 lakh of loss, right? So after that, we finally thought, okay, we have already wasted close to 60 days. So now there is no point in going with the same position size and trying to fight it. So we slowly started cutting down our positions. Unfortunately for us, in the week where we got the highest profit, we had kept the lowest position size for this particular quarter, but that was still enough to recover whatever we had lost. So now what is the second learning what we have got? So the second learning what we have got is risk management. So the thing is, you can see here, if I had let my losses run big, maybe to say around 30 lakh or 40 lakh with options. So equities is something not in our hands, whether we gain in equities or lose in equities. It is not in our hands. But with options, let's say I let it go to 40 lakh loss. So then it is quite big because this is close to around 8% of our capital. And recovering 8% is not an easy task. You would maybe require 2 to 3 months to recover this 8%. But even after 60, 70 days, we kept our loss in and around the range of 15 lakh, which is just 3% of our total capital. So 15 lakh is 3% of our capital. And you know that to make 3%, a single month is enough. So you really don't need a lot of months to do. A single month is enough to make your 3%. That is what exactly happened. And we were able to recover the entire thing, entire gross loss with options. So we still have a net loss of close to 2 lakh. That is mainly because of the brokerage and charges. But we were able to come to a gross profit by doing so. So these two are the key lessons what we have learned. And I'm also going to discuss about what are the things that we'll be taking forward to the upcoming quarter. So in the upcoming quarter, we'll be aiming at 3 lakh per week. So that would turn out to be around 12 lakh a month. So now how do we actually manage this 3 lakh per week? So the idea to this is pretty simple. So the idea is we are going to try to make 1 lakh through intraday. So I'll be starting intraday again. 1 lakh through positional and 1 lakh in expiry. So this is the idea or simple plan what we have, just to make 1 lakh in intraday, positional as well as expiry for the entire week. So this way we will be clocking somewhere close to 3 lakh a week or 12 lakh a month. As of now, this is the plan what we have. But what is more important, whether we will be able to execute the plan what we have. So this will be finding out in 1 or 2 weeks as we start, because you can see that achieving 1 lakh through positional is not a very hard task. Achieving 1 lakh through intraday in an entire week is again not a very hard task. And neither achieving 1 lakh through expiry day trading alone is not a hard task. But the real question here is whether will I be able to execute this week over week for the remaining 13 weeks. So on paper, it looks easy, but the real game here is about your mind game. So the thing is, let's say you make 1 lakh in expiry day trade. Will you be more greedy and try to make more? So these are certain question marks, which is pretty hard to answer right now. But let's see how the next month goes, and I'll be updating you guys. We'll also be starting the community trade again, and I'll also come out with a video on what to expect from the market in the upcoming week on Sunday. So this is the video for today, guys, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed it, as well as you have got something to learn from this particular video. If so, then please don't forget to hit the like button, share this video, as well as subscribe to Optionables. Thank you so much for joining, and see you soon in the next video.